Yeah! Woo! What's going on YouTube? I got a special one for you. So this is my Arlo Omni Terminator, and for the past 8 months it has been my main RC. But as you can see, this thing is getting pretty worn. Front part of the chassis is bent, the shock towers are bent, the rear shocks are blown out. So this thing, I think it's pretty much done. Now, I could just refresh this or buy a roller, but what fun is that when there's so many RCs out there to choose from? Why have one main squeeze? So unfortunately, it's time to exterminate. Yeah, right, dude. I'll never let this thing go. But this is what I mean by exterminate. This is the IMEX Exterminator stadium truck, and I've been looking for this RC for a very long time. All right, so the Exterminator. This thing is ready to run, so it does include a charger and a battery. Designed in the USA. That's what I like to hear. Massive, aggressive, exclusive. Yeah, I think they're describing me. This stadium truck is 1/12 XL scale. I'm hoping it's roughly the same size as my Terminator, so I can put it in my backpack. I do have the brushless version, of course. I'm not going to read all this, but here are the highlights. Fast acceleration, smooth throttle, tight braking, dual rate steering, and adjustable throttle trim, responsive steering and throttle control. So that's good. These trucks feature aluminum capped oil filled shocks, independent suspension, and high ground clearance, making them the ultimate all-terrain vehicles. Oh yeah. As you can see, we have some heavy duty metal parts installed, metal spur gear. That metal spur is part of the center diff. Metal diff gears, metal CVDs and dog bones, along with metal outdrive cups, metal central drive shaft, and ball bearings. Let's get this thing unboxed. We're greeted by the instruction manual for this truck, along with some stickers for the body that you have to apply yourself. This must be the box of goodies. Yep. So here we have our transmitter. We'll take a look at that in a second. Here we have the wing for the truck, along with a screwdriver, some screws to mount it. We also have our charger, a wrench for the wheels, and some extra body clips. Let's check out this transmitter. Feels pretty good in your hand. This is a me problem. Can't really reach the wheel with my thumb. Not really a problem for anyone but me, because sometimes when I drive, I have to drive one hand. Here we have our on and off button. We got a steering trim, our steering dual rate. So in case this thing gets all squirmy, we can tone it down a bit. We also have our throttle trim. Then we got the reverse switches for that. There's also some kind of bind mode. This does take 3 AA batteries. Now it's time for the main course. Really like the premium packaging this thing has. There's our stadium truck. I do have the optional 3S battery for this thing, so we can give it the full beans. Before we do anything else, I'm going to put the spoiler and decals on. Alright, so this thing came out wicked sick looking. I'm loving the dark royal blue with turquoise colorway. Really gives off some HKS 90s JDM vibe, totally as a package, and I'm loving it. I'm here for that. So the first thing I noticed with this thing, it is really light. Super light, even with the battery in it. Front suspension is springy, but the spring is really hard. Rear suspension is definitely softer than the front. But yeah, that front suspension, man, it has a lot of spring to it. Front does bottom out before the shocks do, so it should prolong shock life. Rear as well. Drivetrain feels ultra smooth. The center diff feels good. Take off the body. The wire on that LED roof skid is coiled, so you can just move it aside like this without ripping it out the receiver. This truck does come with an 1800 milliamp hour 2S LiPo. I do recommend picking up a 3S one, but unfortunately the provided USB charger does not work with it. However, they do offer a package that has the 3S battery and a charger that can go with it if you don't have a hobby grade charger. Looking at the chassis, it looks like it's engineered very well. There's the super long oil-filled shocks with aluminum tops. These things are super long and have a lot of travel. Independent double wishbone suspension with adjustable turnbuckle. There's our 45 2S 3S ESC. The receiver is standalone, which is nice. Not really sure how powerful the servo is, but there it is. Jammed in there, we have a 2847 3800 kV motor with heatsink. I like the padding on the shock towers, should keep the pins on nice and tight. The chassis is fully plastic, which contributes it to being super lightweight. Really excited to jump this thing. Typical manual. Shows you how to use the charger provided. Got parts list. And speaking of parts, IMEX does have a really good website, which they have all the parts for this thing. So you don't have to order parts from like AliExpress or anything like that. Everything they have, they stock and ship out of the US. So that is a major plus for me. But I'm sure you guys are getting bored with the technical stuff. Let's go see how fast this thing is. All right, so the clouds are coming in. It's starting to get a little moist. Let's see what this thing does. All right, we're all reading. Track start. We'll break it in a little bit. Wow, definitely slides like a nice stadium truck. All right. Has a lot of pep on 2S. All right, one more. Let's see what the thing did. Stop read. 29 miles an hour. That is really impressive. That's about the same speed that a Mini-Max does on 2S. Haha. Pretty nice on 2S. You can just come in, jab the brake, power slide. Yeah, pretty fun. So let's see what it does on 3S. This battery compartment is really tight. So I'm wondering how this 3S is gonna fit in here, because there's a big difference. Unless I'm missing something, this strap is like not gonna work. Like, it is on the edge. Yeah, the buckle is busting here. But I might have a battery that will work. I did bring my Ergenix 2200 milliamp hour batteries, so these should fit. They're a little bit skinnier. Not sure why the IMEX battery didn't directly fit into here. Maybe I got the wrong strap. I don't know. That looks to be like a perfect fit. Whoa, it has awakened. Yeah. It scoots and goes. All right. Has all the run-up it needs. It is moving. Jeez. All right, let's see what it did. Stop read. 42 miles an hour. Very nice. I gotta say, this thing launches crazily at the hole. Watch this. Freaking moves. Yeah. Yeah, this thing's a friggin' beast. Power slides, just like a stadium truck. Moves really good. Lot of power. Oh. Super fun. You can jab the brake like it's a handbrake. No, just power slide right through. Love how that feels. Woo! Yeah, I can do that all day. Watch this one. Yeah. Call this the Pete Nova. Yeah. Coming in hot. Woo! Yeah. Woo! All right. Let's go bash this thing. That was not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Run around town. Hey.
Woo! Oh. Yeah. Lands really good. Has some trouble in tall grass. Nice. Man, this thing jumps really good. Full throttle. Woo! We almost hit the goalpost. Wow, I should probably stay away from that. Oh, missed the ramp. Nice. This thing flies so high, I'm gonna send it over me. Woo! 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 Yeah, it is moving. Here it comes. Oh, mowed down some bushes. So I put a bigger strap on so I can use this battery. And man, this thing lasts forever. Highly recommend getting one of these. But you're definitely gonna need a bigger strap. Modulation is key. Yeah. In the woods it went. Hopefully I didn't go in too far. Oh man, poison ivy central. All right, I got you, little buddy. Oh, things I do. So yeah, so far I am pretty impressed with this thing. Does pretty good on off-road terrain. You don't expect it to because of small wheels, but it takes it. Key when you're going off-road on 3S with this is just to have a steady throttle, and then you're good to go. Can't go all balls out because it'll not have traction. See right there, that was about a little over 50% throttle. Super fun. For those who are wondering, this thing fits perfectly in my backpack.
I've been laying low and getting to some plays with the bros. People hitting me about so and so, but say it ain't so. I've been out the way, I stay away from stunting the growth. Cause the pros got a pro, it's all under control.